talk about when there's nothing happening in the world?
Coronavirus.
My corona. It's a weird one. What we are doing, boys? How are we getting on?
We're doing well. Is this the preamble?
Are we surviving the lockdown?
We are.
Yeah.
You having a great time, Andy?
Brilliant, man. Yeah.
Is this your dream, though, isn't it?
It's like it's no different from normal.
Yeah. Cut about making beats and playing FIFA, aye.
Yeah. A lot of excess drinking too. Fucking perfect. It's right up my street.
Went and bought a litre bottle of gin. I'm trying to arrange a Skype party for the weekend.
A Skype party?
Me and Chuff did it with a couple of our pals on Saturday. Sat and played Cards Against Humanity over Skype for about 4 hours and got absolutely steaming.
Oh, happy days.
That was good.
I've seen a couple of people doing some games and quizzes over the weekend, so I'm going to join in. I told myself yesterday when I was in Asda, I was like, I'm not going to buy any beer because if I buy beer, I'm just going to sit in the house and drink it. And then I got home and like almost polished off like the rest of the wine that was in here. And I was like, shit, I got a problem.
A couple of babies went and done a big shop yesterday in Lidl. Chinned an old deer for a sack of ties.
It's got to be done.
So God, there's some woman was standing so close to Chuff in Lidl that I thought she was about to like give her a wee spinning back elbow. The woman was like right next to her and Chuff kept fucking looking over her shoulder. I was like, oh, she's about to get fucking a bash. Would have absolutely made my day.
Chuff would never do something like that.
Oh man, I've never seen her closer to hitting somebody in my life, and that includes me. I've pissed her off something rotten.
I feel like I look really dark. Am I looking dark on this camera here?
Maybe back up a little bit. No, that's not a bit. Yes, I've got a feeling this is going to be like this. So it was like when somebody's getting interviewed on the news, and when one of us will say something, and like 3 seconds later, we're like, "Ha, yeah."
I don't think the delay is that bad though.
No.
We all have healthy Wi-Fi connection. We should be proud of ourselves.
And I've actually got Megan's got like makeup lights stuck to the mirror, so I've got really good lighting coming in right now. Good. I had to put a hat on because after everyone I've spoke to today on video calls, I went, "What the fuck's happening with your hair?" I was like, "What am I gelling it for? I'm sat in the house."
I did say this morning though, didn't I?
You did. You said it, and then 5 minutes later, I phoned my mom, and she'd have said the exact same thing.
My sister works from home regularly, like even when there wasn't a virus kicking around the world. And then when I called her today, the first thing she said to me was, she's like, "You're the reason why people who work from home regularly get a bad name." She's like, "You haven't shaven days. You got your bathrobe on." She's like, "You look homeless." It's like, wow, what a way to kick off a call.
I love you too. I feel like I've actually spoke to my family more in the last few days than I do regularly. It's because I know I can't go out. We just went and done an hour of government mandated exercise there.
What did you do?
Just went for a walk.
Government mandated.
That and I've exercised twice today. That's how bored I'm getting.
Oh, you might see my peen here. Hold on.
The dinky one.
The dinky one. How dare you?
I was reading an article the other day about how long the average man lasts in the bedroom, and I was like, your old dad'd be fucking furious if he read these numbers.
What was it?
It was about 5-6 minutes is the average.
That's a fucking lifetime.
See, it comes down to the warm-up job. It's how you do a good warm-up job, and maybe 5-6 minutes is all that's needed.
That's what I'm saying. That's the only. They were only talking about actual P and V. You know what I mean? They didn't include all like the sexual preamble.
Yeah, there's a lot more to it than just the P and the V.
Kind of yourself.
This is kind of a sexual preamble, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
There was one of those awkward delays.
I'm trying to see if Megan will bring me a beer. Because I've seen Andy swigger on one and now I want one.
Oh, yeah, I do have a lot of wine. Oh, no, I have tequila.
Tequila?
Yeah.
Thanks getting the quarantine lockdown. Oh, wait a minute, I hear noise. She's either getting me a beer or she's coming through to call me a prick. One or the other.
Maybe it's both.
Throw my beer at me. Here you are, you prick.
Nah, If you bring the beer, you can call me whatever you want.
We'll try and get this rolling, see how this goes.
Yes, do it.
Everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a very special episode of Perth's Premier Podcast, Monkey Sword Fight. This is the lockdown edition. I'm joined this week, as always, by the big Nippity Doodah. Oh.
Cons man. Oh.
Yes!
Yes, Queen.
Yes, Queen.
All right, okay.
Hi, Joe.
All right,
Andy
okay.
says hi, Joe.
Hi.
Look at Chuck with the cameo.
Oh, that's a success right there.
Oh.
Oh, Bellhaven, what are you,
Cheers,
60?
Pardon? No, I don't need a glass. Andy's just asking me why I'm drinking Bellhaven and if I'm 60.
Yes.
Yes.
Is Bellhaven one of the tinnies with the bowl in the bottom?
I can't hear no. Is that a widget it's called?
Yes.
A widget. Cheers, Andy. Right, I'll try it again. Joining me as always is my my co-host.
Yes.
Nippity Doodah.
Cons
Big
man.
Cons man.
Oh, he's
METHVN man.
Live from Medvin too. Live and direct from Medvin to Cow Pow. No.
Whereabouts are you in your house, Mike?
I'm in my daughter's room. So I was working from here today just because I didn't feel like bringing their desk downstairs.
That's fair. Also known as Words with Dots.
Word with that. This one is appropriate for this time, for this day and age. In this very moment, you hold the power to change someone else's life for the better. Go do it.
Topical. What are you saying, Andy?
There you go.
That would have sounded twice as good if it wasn't glitching all the way through it.
Oh, no.
It sounded like a good one, though. Jordan reacted well.
It did. It was good. It was solid. And that beautiful man you see on my right, possibly, I don't know where he is on your screen right now, but that is the Perthshire Zinedine Zidane, the Bridge of Erne Paul Scholes.
What's happening?
Big Andy Mac, your old da. How's it going, lads?
Brilliant. Loving this.
I don't know if you've seen, Andy, my old man's coming for your title of your old da. You know, see that Instagram post I tagged you in, no? Oh.
There's been many pretenders to the throne, Jordan. None have yet been worthy.
Right, we all good on lockdown, boys? We're all enjoying ourselves?
Yeah, I've had a great time. Honestly. I've had a really productive last 3 or 4 days. It's been phenomenal.
What about you, Mike?
I was getting a little squirrely last Thursday, but since then,
You're glitching like fuck, man.
it's been all right. Yeah, it sucks because I haven't. Oh no, that's me bragging about the Wi-Fi. Now it sounds like shit now, doesn't it?
You said that you were
Can you hear me now?
demo. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been sucky because my daughters have been in lockdown for the last little while, so I haven't been able to see them. But I've been seeing them on FaceTime. We've been talking, and I can see their mother going crazy and crazier and crazier because she's driving them nuts. So
I know I've been FaceTiming. Riley's been he's been reading Harry Potter to me every day, as well as following that. Joe Wicks is doing some online PE classes for kids.
yeah,
Fuck that. It's a strange feeling. Like, we were out taking a wander there, man, and it's just like cutting about at like 9 o'clock on a Sunday morning.
mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like time, I've lost all concept of time, like completely. Like Saturday and Sunday and Monday and Tuesday have all just sort of rolled into one weird period.
Also, I've mentioned many times before about my crack issue and also my roof issue. So the roofer started last week, cracking away, no pun intended. And they got all the bad wood on the back of the house stripped off, put the new wood on, they're putting the slate on, and then Boris gets on TV last night and it's like, it will work. So now I got a roof where one side of it is still shitty, the back side of it is half of the, that green shit that they put underneath, like the breathable membrane.
Yeah.
And the rest of it is the older tiles. So with the scaffolding still in front of my neighbor's house, so I assume she'll want to kill me in about 2 weeks.
fuck, man. I've not. It's so quick. Like having a fag in the morning here, absolutely no cars. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just the amount of quiet's unbelievable. In comparison, you don't think you really notice it until there's nothing to hear. That makes sense. That makes sense like the stupidest thing I've ever said.
No, I understand because sometimes, especially if I'm waking up, I normally wake up around 6 o'clock, but because I'm working from home, I just need to let the dogs out, make some coffee, and then just come sit up on my ass in my daughter's room. I'm getting up a little bit later, and normally, especially around this time, the sun is out and the traffic on that main road normally wakes me up, and like I haven't heard shit. Like it was just been, excuse me, it's just been super quiet.
So what are we doing to stave off the boredom other than work?
I've been playing that new Call of Duty game. It's absolutely beast. I was telling you about it this morning. Yeah.
So you want? I think I'm going to try and download that after this.
So I've been playing a bit of that, and I've just been getting a chance to catch up on work, man. Like little bits of mixes here and little bits and bobs. So it's actually been really good for me, man. I've enjoyed it.
I've weirdly enjoyed it as well. I didn't think I would, but see after the initial sort of like, what the fuck was going to go on settled in, I realised that I just have to do what I want.
Is that Call of Duty game like their free version to kind of keep up with the Fortnites and those likes?
Yeah, it is. It is, and it's honestly, man, I didn't like that new Call of Duty because if you remember, I scored it back in November like 2 bananas or something like that. But it's fun. And it's intense, man. Yeah, we were playing with a friend of the show, Bobby Sanchez, earlier on. Obviously, Bob's is a streamer, isn't he?
Aye, he's an absolute tank.
So, he was doing the business, man. He was dishing out steam left, right, and centre, man. So, yeah, no, I've been playing a bit of that, and it's been good for me, like, because it's like, I still have to get up in the morning, so it's not like you're on lockdown and you're just lying about in your bed till 11 o'clock and then just lie about in your joggies all day. We've also got to log into our work email and stuff like that for a certain time, be available should we need to get a video chat or anything. So you're kind of up early. If you've got nothing to do, then for me, it's either get creative or you can chill, read a book, just do stuff you wouldn't normally get to do on a Tuesday morning. Do you know what I mean?
I was out in the back garden for about half an hour just doing keepy-ups. Just for the crack. I was like in my bare feet, just like there was a ball. I was like waiting for the kettle to boil. And I seen the ball sitting in the kitchen, and I was like, "Ken, what?" And I just fucking nipped over, just sat outside for half an hour doing keepy-ups with the ball. It was DOS. We just went and downloaded that Game Pass as well, so we just downloaded Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah.
Good times.
What are you on? Are you on Xbox or PlayStation?
I'm on PlayStation, but everyone in our little fantasy basketball group chat seems to be on Xbox. I may need to trade my... If I can get one for like an even swap in like 2 games, I'll do it.
That'd be good. You can get a wee Monkey Sword Fight Call of Duty stream.
So wait, let's go back to this. Well, first of all, I think we should talk about our sponsor. Can we do an actual? Can we do an actual live read here?
Mm-hmm.
I was contemplating like getting dressed up and putting on like a suit or something like that, just so I could do that.
Mike, when you phoned me earlier, you had
Stevie
a
Max skate school. I wouldn't get dressed up for work, but I get dressed up for Stevie Max skate school.
I love how appreciate how you've changed out of your dressing gown into a hoodie and you've swapped your beanie for your Yankees hat as well.
Well, only reason why I'm out of my dressing gown was for a cheeky bike ride.
I've lost you there, Mike.
I just said I went for a bike ride, so I just had to change out of my nightgown, or I may get caught up in the gears. So. This week's sponsor, Stevie Max Skate School. Now, of course, can't go out just yet. We need to wait. I think, what is it, 3 weeks until we can go out again?
Potentially, yeah.
Potentially, yeah.
3 weeks until the sort of the 1 hour of mandated shit's done.
Well, I don't think the mandate would is allowing for you to go to Stevie Max Skate School. But once this coronavirus is out of the way, and you're going to have a lot of cash saved up anyway because you're not going to be going out and boozing, it's time to go to Stevie Max Skate School. Your kids are going to be cooped up in the house for a while, or at least in their little front gardens or their back gardens. Why not get them out to Stevie Max Skate School? It's for kids who aren't interested in maybe playing soccer or rugby. Why not get them into something different? And also, Stevie Max is going to be donating the proceeds to Skate Pal, which is a nonprofit organization that works with communities throughout Palestine to enhance the lives of young people and promote the benefits of skateboarding. So look for Stevie Mac Skate School on Facebook and tell them the Monkey Sword Fight guy sent you.
We're speaking a lot to Stevie Mac, man. He's like he's unlocked as well. He's waiting for his fucking his PlayStation to show up.
Oh, you just ordered one?
Hi, yeah. I think I know about 3 or 4 people who have just been like, I've just bought a PlayStation or an Xbox, just because they realise it's going to be a long time indoors.
I've been kind of hesitant to pull the trigger on buying a new game, but I think I may go into. I got to go into town tomorrow anyway, so I may get food for my children.
I suppose Tesco's got a game section, doesn't it?
Yeah, and Asda, they have stuff in there. But Tesco's was like a fucking ghost town. I was in there yesterday. It was wild.
Tell you, man. Like I'll tell you what. There's a wee tough St. Andy. Xbox Game Pass, for those who are listening or watching, Xbox Game Pass is down from £11 to £1 for this month. So if you're looking for some isolation fun, get yourself in there.
Oh, Sony, step your game up, man. They're still charging the full price.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's only £1, and then there's obviously the new Call of Duty game, which is free. There are a ton of other free-to-play games like Fortnite.
GTA 5's free if you've got Game Pass as well.
PUBG, all that kind of stuff. Fallout 4, really immersive, like deep games. So yeah, there's loads of stuff, man. Get involved. Good to see. Although what I will say on the flip side is somebody who plays a lot of online games, particularly, pretty much all I play is FIFA, right? But how many fucking sweats are on? Because everybody's at home. So all the sweaty try-hard players are like playing all your fucking multiplayer games like FIFA and COD. It's like, like screens just. Oh, is that an emoji there? How'd you do that?
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, sad.
Hey,
how did I do that? Oh, boys.
So yeah, all the try-hards and all the sweats are on. So the games are not as easy or not as casual as they'd normally be on a Tuesday afternoon, let's say. Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah,
why do you call them sweats?
Because everybody plays like really sweaty play style. That's what you do. You got to sweat it out, mate. Sweaty
goals.
Sweat out those dubs, mate. That's what it's all about. So, but yeah, no, it's good to see, man. But I've noticed the traffic on Xbox and that is obviously a lot higher because so many people are at home now. And as you say, Jordan, people who didn't game before are sitting saying, "Fuck it, I'll buy an Xbox, I'll buy a PS5, and I'll give it a go." That's awesome, man.
That's what I've been doing, man. I'm never one for sitting down, but I think it's like I've sat with absolutely no choice. I've been trying to like set up an actual routine. That's the only way I'm going to get through this is like knowing what I'm doing and when I'm doing it, or having some sort of goal for the day, even if it's a small one. So I'm not saying that Disney Plus just kicked off the day, so just sat and watching Moana earlier. What a film!
Yeah, we had a meeting the other.
I didn't care if it's a delay or if Nate can't speak.
We had a meeting the other day just to tell people to make sure you get in a routine for going to work, even though you're maybe just going a couple of feet or going down a flight of stairs, once you roll out of bed. So like I even put a little cologne on this morning when I got out of the shower, you know what I mean? I was just trying to look good. Gave the cons a kiss. She's on holiday this week. I was like, all right, babe, going to work. Went downstairs and got my laptop, came back upstairs and logged on and cracked on.
Cracked off. Cracked one off.
On the company time. On the company time.
I haven't reached that point yet, no.
Talking about a bunch of wankers, we do the Patreon.
Hey.
They're good pattern, I ken what I mean. They like that segue. You got them there, Mike?
I don't, no.
I'll get some stuff from the page up.
Yeah, you go with that.
I'm just going to grab my vape quickly. I'll be back in 1 second while you guys
Carry
talk.
on, Squire.
All right, I got the Patreons up now.
Hit it.
Allie Cook.
Yeah.
Come on down. Craig McCaffrey. Everyone got to see my Craig face. I always go, Craig McCaffrey. Danielle That was K.
Daniel K. Yeah.
There you go. Got that right. Fraser Evie.
Big Reeve.
J Dub.
Big J
Jason
West.
West. Night and Day.
Du-du-du-du-du-du-du.
Roddy Badass. Sean Bartlett and Steven Stash Tosh. Those are my
Nice.
patrons.
Good shit. Good shit. Let's have a wee look. So we did have a couple of posts up last week. Some very nice feedback on last week's episode with Becky McKenzie. Fortunately, the wedding singer has now been postponed, obviously due to everything that's kicking off at the moment. So we hope to see that back up and running soon enough. Nice bit of conversation going back and forth between Big J West and Becky. What a guy. What a guy. Stosh also said that seriously though, when is Jason West coming on? I want to be at that recording just to watch Jordan's man crush go nuclear.
Is that your man crush?
Oh, he's a handsome man. A handsome man. I also put up, so there was a question put up on Twitter about what the correct name for the schoolyard game was, where everyone represented their favourite, was represented as their favourite football player, and it was all against a single keeper. And those who scored stood behind the goal and were through to the next round, and the last person left was then the winner.
This is World Cup.
World Cup. Well, that's it. So we had quite a few on this. So I always knew it as Cuppy. There's always Cuppy doubles or Cuppy singles, depending on how many people you had there. Daniel K. Cuppy. Alan Johnston up north, it was just World Cup.
Yeah.
Andy Henderson, Cuppy solo or Cuppy doubles. Sam Ross, Wembley singles.
Wembley singles?
What kind of fucking weird Nubra chat is that, Sam? Adam Granger put World Cup or more locally adds you are shit. Ali Cook put World Cup Willie.
Ooh.
Exactly. Bobby Parker didn't even have a concept of Cuppy. He's like, fuck me, what's this shit? Never played that in Springburn. Had plenty of crazy games like 20v20, but the fuck is this?
Right, banned.
That's you're back off. Harley Ross World Cup, Stevie Smith and Stevie Mack, Cuppy. Mike Dots just went, huh?
Don't know what any shit
like
is. We played real sports like basketball, American football.
Johnny Taylor put Cuppy. The last one to touch the bar was in. So if you're the last one to touch it, you're then the keeper. Keeper of round one goes through to round two. Hitters, getters.
That's a good rule, that.
Hitters, getters was a solid rule.
That was a good rule.
Hitters, getters?
So yeah, so if you took a shot and the ball went miles away, you had to then go and get it.
Ah, okay.
You would almost always hear the keeper going, hitters, getters. I'm not fucking getting that. So I think the overriding winner here is Cuppy. So you're correct. Anything else is just wrong. I don't know if we had.
Don't agree with that, but
the people have spoken.
I called it World Cup. So
okay, what we'll do, we could put that as the poll, getting a definitive answer. Was it World Cup or was it Cuppy?
Okay.
See what the people say.
Okay.
So, do we have anything to talk about, lads? Fuck all's going on.
No, really.
I don't really want to talk about the coronavirus. We've already talked about that. I do want to talk about how close I'm getting to starting to learn these fucking TikTok dances with a boredom, though.
Yeah, TikTok's the move now, man.
Me and Chuff have been watching a lot of TikTok, and some of that shit's hilarious.
A lot of it is pretty funny. A lot of it's creative.
Yeah, there's a dance one going about, and it's always meant to just be a daft on. It's to the Weeknd's tune "Blinded by the Lights."
Yeah.
That's fucking amazing. I'll see if I can find the video because it is my favourite thing I've ever seen. And I'm pretty sure I've got the dance down. Have to see if there's demand for a Jordan TikTok video.
It's been a good time for creatives, Twitter-wise on TikTok and all that kind of stuff. There's some really, really good videos coming out at the moment because people are locked down.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Twitter's kind of descending into chaos further than it normally does. Did you see? I think I talked about it a couple of weeks ago when I keep fucking up his name. Is it Rishi Sunak?
Yeah,
the Chancellor.
Chancellor. Yeah, so a couple of weeks ago, everyone was fucking killing him because he was drinking tea, and then they
Oh, was
killed
that
the
him?
tea company. Yeah, then they killed the tea company. They went and abused the poor social media person on Twitter, and now everyone's like, "Oh, he should be president because he's giving out fucking free money to save people during this time." It's like you can't do that. You can't be on both sides. Just give
Twitter is just fickle, man. It's a lot of the people on Twitter are fucking idiots, me
I
included.
do love it though. Yeah.
I've been tweeting some stupid shit. That and my new Chuff Does Stuff photo series. That I've
That's
decided
the greatest
to
thing
take
you've
up.
ever done.
Yeah, people are feeling it. People are feeling it. I'm getting requests. You know, all pictures are signed off by Chuff. I'm not allowed to upload any of them without her say so, though.
Okay.
So what's up with Mama and Papa Pats? Are they following the rules? Are they staying in, or how are they finding everything?
Yeah, pretty much. So they're treating. So they're going up to see my nan a lot. My gran's actually in a home, so kind of get to see her. But my nan lives up in Perth, so they're going to visit her. So they're kind of locking down between those two houses. So like my mum goes to see my nan. So if anything happens to my nan, then my mum and dad are properly locked down. But none of them. Everyone's feeling fine. I think everyone's just getting a bit fucking stir crazy. I think
Yeah.
Mama and Papa Pats have been killing it in the DIY stakes, though.
How
What do you
so?
mean?
But they've been ticking everything off the list of them. My mum phoned me all chuffed the other day like, "Oh, I've done the garden. I've painted your sister's room for the baby coming," and they're absolutely killing it in the stakes. With yourselves, how everyone else's family handling the lockdown?
My mum. Oh,
Oh, we've lost Michael.
Mike.
Michael, hello.
Sam mid the internet.
Mike.
I'll need to send him another link.
There he is.
Is he back?
Right, he's on mute though. Fuck's sake, Michael.
Of course, it would be me first.
What happened? The Wi-Fi cut out.
I don't know. I was reaching for something, and then I just went to touch my screen to put myself on mute, and then it just disconnected. But sorry, continue.
Can
Sure,
you
so-
set that screen up again, Mike? Just because you've now gone a tiny little bubble like up the top of my screen. What
Oh,
was
was
it?
it?
What was it you
No.
did to set that screen up?
Oh, hold on. Is that it?
Not yet. No. I drag you down. Hey! Oh, now you flip sides. It doesn't matter. Just leave it.
Okay.
That's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I'll just say my mum and that. Obviously, they live outside of Forth, like basically in the countryside. And
Aye.
I've told you guys about my mum's Brexit cupboard and that. She laughs about it. How she's just got tons and tons of stuff. So she's basically just on lockdown, just her and Dave. Obviously, all the schools and that are shut, so she's no working or that. And yeah, not even my sister or my nephew or that are going down to see my mum and Dave. Basically, everybody's just on quarantine, just on lockdown, no taking any chances, I guess.
Yeah.
Because like my mum's 64, Dave's like 57, something like that. So you know, you don't want to be getting coronavirus at that age. So she's fortunate enough that she's able to self-isolate essentially in the middle of nowhere and be self-sufficient, really. So that's all she's pretty much doing. And I'm just following instructions because she's like pure nipping it. Well, not nipping away at me, but you know what I mean? She's like, you know, fucking, I'll send you some paracetamols and that in the post if you need anything and fucking all this kind of stuff. So I'm just like, yeah, cool, man. So yeah, they're doing fine though.
And my dad phoned me earlier. He's like, you want some money to put petrol in the car? I'm like, nah, it's all right, Dad. I can put petrol in the car. And he's like, but you might need it. I was like, how? Where am I going? I was like, Morrison's is literally across my road. So, well, you, Mike, how's your folks holding up?
Yeah, I spoke to them today because my sister, she lives in Florida, and she was saying before she was slagging me off because she works from home, and I was giving them a bad name, but she's fine. But she was saying she saw a couple of weeks ago how, you know how the Floridians are, they like their guns, so they were all lined up around the fucking corner to buy their ammo and their guns. So of course she had to get hers, but she just stays in the house anyway. She doesn't really doesn't do much. But then she was saying that she was talking to my parents, and my parents were still going out. They do they do Meals on Wheels. So like they'll go get food and then they'll bring it to like elderly people or whoever who can't leave their house that easily to get their own food. It's kind of their little charitable thing that they do. And like, maybe we should put that shit on hold for a little while because I don't know if you want to be going to people's houses and walking away with something. My mom was like, oh, it's okay. Your dad goes to the door and he has his gloves on. I was like, oh, so you're sending an old man up to the houses with all the other old people, going to get him killed off. You don't want to get out the car and help him out. But so me and my sister, we called them on like a split screen today, and we kind of told them off a little bit and said, keep your ass in the house. You guys are ripe for the pickings here. We don't want anything to happen to you.
It's crazy, man, because I tend to go and visit my mum and that like once a week. You know what I mean? Just go and see the wee man and that, and like it's so strange just not having that ability. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. I'm like putting himself on mute while he chews.
Yeah, sorry. It's
you got to do it though. You can't just like roaming about the place, like taking the piss. It's like, you know, like I said a couple of weeks ago when we last met up, it's not about you getting it, whether you can deal with it. It's the fact that you pass it on to somebody who can't deal with it. And you don't, whether you know that, you'll never know whether you do or not, but you just wouldn't want to be that person. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's what so I'm like Mike, the wee man, and his mum. His mum had a bit of a cough last week. So they've pretty much been in self-isolation since Thursday. So I won't get to see him in person for another week on Thursday. You know what I mean? Because he's still feeling absolutely fine. You know what I mean? He's like, I'm speaking to him every day, no cough, no nothing, just, he's quite happy, man. It's a different generation, but it's a strange thing. It's a difficult thing to do, but we've got to do it. We've got to be fucking sensible here. We can't all just be cutting about being idiots. The quicker we do this, the more people that adhere to this, then in 3 weeks' time, shit will be a lot better. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think there'll be a point where the kids actually want to go back to school, or do you think pretty much every kid is kind of like, nah, this is cool?
I think, man, say what you want about the government, but the schools have actually done no bad in terms of, I don't know, Mike, if you've got that, there's an app you get now for the school called Seesaw, and like the teacher can upload stuff that your kid's doing, and that's where they're uploading the work. So can the teachers are still make sure the kids are getting work to do? And like I say, that boy Joe Wicks is doing his online PE lessons, and do you know what I mean? Parents are actively trying to make sure that their kids are going to get some sort of education during all this, because do you know what I mean? It's going to be easy for folk just to be like, just do what you want. Do you know what I mean?
I think what you might find happens is that for us in Scotland, the SQA, I'm not saying they will, but it might be that schools and colleges and places, academic, can't open until, the end of the summer. Maybe not. Who knows? But if that is the case, they can't then say, right, everybody has all, this work to do to make back up, because the new academic year starts again at the end of, August or September, depending on your place, in terms of, your primary school, your secondary, college.
Oh, yeah, look at the kids going from primary 7 up to secondary school. Do you know what I mean? That's...
Yeah. It could be, well, you're doing your hires this year, or the last year of your degree, or, your last year of primary, and it's like, it's totally fucked. You never got, most of that last year.
Mm-hmm. That's why I was just doing my tits, and you see loads of these stupid folk on the internet saying, I'll still do this, I'll stay that. It's like, the whole point, like, folks, if you're listening, is to make sure, even if you are fit and healthy, you don't end up infecting someone who is. So keep your distance, be fucking sensible, don't go out unless you really need to. Go and get your walk, but if you see people out there, make sure you're keeping a fair bit of distance, because folk will appreciate it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, fucking hell. Right, will we do something a bit cheery? We'll do a wee bit of bra or not?
Well, I was just going to say, infecting people with coronavirus, that's a no.
Is that not? Social distancing. That's a bra. Beautiful. Fucking beautiful. Right, let's have a wee look here. So, first up on the post, we have Big Stosh. Spoons not paying its staff while they're laid off. Apparently, they're welcome to work elsewhere. Fuck me, man. This cunt, Faye Witherspoons, needs to just stop talking to the public.
Yeah, I've seen him on the news.
He came out as a Brexiteer, and apparently his profits fell by 1/3. And now he's coming up with this shit. And apparently he said the voter, like, they should go and try and get a job in Tesco's. You know what I mean? These
That's nice.
person seems so fucking far removed for the average man.
No.
No.
Definite no. Yeah, that
Absolute
guy's
no.
he's just a dick. He was at the forefront of the whole Brexit thing too, wasn't he, at some
Yeah,
point?
he's an absolute tosser. So that's a big no, Stosh, surprisingly enough. Next one, talking about rich arseholes, Mike Ashley trying to keep Sports Direct open. Pretty sure he's tried to say that it's an essential business because people need to stay fit and healthy in these times.
Hey, listen, who doesn't need those Donny umbrellas and those Sondico shorts?
I myself am absolutely itching for a wee Lonsdale hoodie, son.
Oh, honestly, he's another one. Get him in the Tom Brady
Cunt of the week.
aye, honestly. Like,
Cunt pile.
respect, like they sound like such a terrible, terrible company to work for. They really do. You read a lot of horror stories about what working for them must be like. So the fact that they're trying to stay open, trying to say they're essential, doesn't even surprise me in the slightest.
Absolute FUD. Absolutely no. I had a message from Ali Cook actually. I'll just read this. And it was another one just talking about another guy going on the cunt pile was Jeff Bezos wants your donations to help Amazon employees. Fuck off. Absolutely get yourself to fuck.
The fact that these guys can say this with a straight face on TV or on the internet it's hilarious to me.
It's like we literally we know how much money you're worth. You can very easily afford to do this. Just don't be a dick. On a brighter note, Stevie Mac post, and this obviously has come from Stevie Mac. NHS workers, all bra.
Hell yeah.
Fuck aye. God bless the NHS.
You know who's even more bra? The people who were retired nurses or doctors that came back. I saw around like 4,500 retired nurses and doctors came back just to help. That's literally potentially putting their life or their health on the line to go help other people. Hats off. I won't take my hat off because I'm shaping my head. Hats off to them.
Absolutely beautiful. What we got here, Stephen Big Stosh again. Lidl's shower gel. They have a shower gel called Kenya. And apparently apparently it smells just about right for one set or this podcast favourite shower gel. So bra no, just for the cheek. Stosh says bra just for being a wido. Because apparently it's just exactly the same as Africa.
Honestly, there was nothing the same as Africa. I need to have a wash in it.
Ken, what we need today is we need to get once we're back in live, we'll get a live blind sniff test.
Ooh.
See if we can tell the difference.
Taste test.
That doesn't taste fucking get the talk. Let's have a wee look here. Billy Morrison puts, as we're talking about, Rishi Sunak as the next PM. Bro, is Brexit Britain ready for a non-white Prime Minister, though? The piece from the anti-vaxxers whilst the COVID-19... Oh, sorry, well, that's 2 seconds. So, Rishi Sunak is the next PM. I don't care enough about this boy. Is he a Tory?
Yeah. Of course he is. Why do you want a Conservative as your next Prime Minister?
Absolutely not.
He's absolutely mental.
Sorry,
but he's giving us free money. What do you mean? He's not giving you free money. He's giving you money that you would have earned anyway.
The comments. What I think I write in the comments.
I will say, Big Stosh, who's MVP in the comments this week, apparently, just put, no, still a Tory wank.
Yes, no.
Yes, that's a dude. Billy Morrison also writes, the piece that we're getting from the anti-vaxxers whilst the COVID-19 pandemic kicks off. Super bra.
Well, they'll be the first to go.
Oh, yeah, thank fuck.
Anti-vaxxers, yeah, I really haven't heard anything from them. I guess we can't hear anything from them.
Next one here. Stevie Cook, your work telling you that if you need to look after your kids that you're not getting paid. No. Fucking bollocks, man. Absolute bollocks. Hopefully that government thing's kicking in, so hopefully that will cover people. So
I saw Stevie tweeting about this the other day, and I believe, just kind of summarizing here, I believe his tweet said something like his job told him that he can work from home, but if at any point during the day that he needed to care for his kids, then he wouldn't get paid for it. And I was like, well, how would they know, first of all? And second of all, just shithead thing to do.
I just think everyone is. I suppose the government need to just pull their finger and make sure people are covered. Otherwise, this country is going to be absolutely devastated by the end of this. So, fingers crossed. Our thoughts go with you, Stevie. I know it's not worth much, pal, but we'll hopefully do our best. Everyone does their best, and here we go. You know what I mean?
Can I just add on the back of that these are all the things that you could really argue they should be doing already. 10 years plus of austerity, has eroded a lot of public services. Let's hope that when this is all over and the dust settles, that things just don't go back to the way they were. Let's give people a better opportunity, a better chance in life, and give them all the help and support that they need. Listen, I've always said, if I make more money, I'm happy to pay more money so that those who don't have what I have a better chance of getting the things that I have. I'm always happy to pay more if I'm earning more. No problem with that. Never will.
Definitely. Fucking right.
Well said.
Right, how are we doing for time? I know this will probably end up being a shorter one just with the lack of activity that's going on in the fucking world. But
to be honest, this is already nearly 3/4 of an hour in, so we probably have a bit of time for watching and listening, and then that'll be us, because this will be a massive file.
This should be the busiest fucking part of the show. So, what have you been watching and listening to this week?
Is that it? Are we just going with you guys singing it from here on out? Because I don't really like that feature anyway. I just made it one night when I was steaming and it seems to have stuck, and I'm like, first chance to get rid of that. Like,
we can do that if you want. I was saying we should release the theme tunes as MP3s, just so folk can wash their hands along to them. They know how to wash their hands for long enough.
That's a great tip there. That's the tip of the week for you folks. Thanks, Jordan. Yeah, just wash your hands and sing the Monkey Sword Fight theme tune, and then you'll know that you've washed them properly long enough.
Quality. Right, who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Go for it.
So, The Weeknd, he just had a new album that came out.
Mm-hmm.
It's called After Hours.
Is that about writing?
It's got like a chance. All his music kind of sounds really weird and the same, but I kind of like it. It kind of makes you just want to like get into a fight with your girlfriend, but it's pretty good. It's kind of like an 80s feel to it.
Is it a bit synthy? Because the tune I've heard's got a bit of
kinda.
Nice.
It reminds me of kind of like some synthy kind of stuff that you would hear on like Grand Theft Auto or something, like on the 80s station, but like with a little kind of R&B twang to it.
Okay.
But
it's
got too many tracks. It's got too many tracks, but it's listenable. It's all right. You got to be in the mood for it. So I'll give it a 5.5. It's not too bad.
Okay.
Also, Childish Gambino has an album that just came out. It's 13. I think it's called 13, 15, 20. I think that was the date that it was supposedly released. I got through like 3 tracks of it. I had it on when I was in the shower, and then I was like, I needed to get out and actually stop that shit. It was terrible. It was just way too slow and boring. I give it a 2. It wasn't very nice.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't like it. Maybe I'll go back to it. I don't know. What's that?
I wasn't expecting that.
No, that's a big call. Like,
Nah, it wasn't. It wasn't something that. I'll try and revisit it, but I don't know. It just seemed weird. Now I'm looking for the last show that I watched. Did you see this thing on Netflix with the guy who...
Mate, I'm telling you, mate, you have the mankiest Wi-Fi I've ever heard in my life. Oh, he's gone.
Hello? You've just completely frozen.
I know, mate. Like, and you were speaking about half a mile
works
an
at
hour as
work,
well.
man.
Man.
It's like he's stretched.
Hello.
Oh, wait a minute, we're catching up.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
You're back. Oh, you're back now.
Can you hear me?
Your audio's back.
I still haven't found the Okay. Well, it was a show on Netflix. I can't find the name of it now. So it was about a guy who they called him Ivan the Terrible, and he worked basically putting Jewish people to death in one of these internment camps. And so he apparently gets away, goes and lives in America for 30 years, starts a whole new life. And then someone recognizes him and they end up kicking him out of America and bringing him back over to Israel.
Mm-hmm.
What was the name of it?
I started watching this. Yeah, I never actually got around to finishing it, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
I know what you mean.
It was a crazy, crazy documentary. Like really, really good. I gave it an 8.5. Like just the way that they kind of layered it and the way that they presented his case, as if to say, like, look, these people are kind of senile, and you feel so disrespectful seeing these like Holocaust survivors like basically in tears on the stand, and then they're kind of like they make one little mistake, and it's his lawyer's job to kind of pick up on that. He's kind of like, look, this guy really doesn't know what he's talking about, or these are the holes in his story, and it's a really, really good watch. 8.5, definitely.
Nice, solid. What else you got? Lost you again, Mike.
Oh well. Oh, there he is. Oh no, he's not.
Mike, next time we do this, you're gonna have to sit right next to the router. Get Connie to help.
Maybe I should jump off the 4G. Is that anything that'll be better?
Might be.
I might actually, yeah.
Because so many people are at home, everybody's using their internet. Do you know what I mean? Dun, 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 dun. There he is.
4G.
Oh shit, that's speedy as fuck. Look at him go.
Oh my god, it's the best connection you've had all night.
You got anything else, Mike?
No, I think that's the last one. I think there was one more thing that I listened to. Nah, that's it. Okay, you go.
I have. So me and Chuff have been making our way through the US Office.
Okay.
I've never watched it before, never in my puff, but it's fucking fantastic. Steve Carell's fucking hilarious, man. The guy, everyone. I'm so late to the party, so everyone listening will probably know about it. But like the US Office is so cringy, so well written. So we're like 5 seasons in, 6 seasons in. So I probably at the moment it's getting a 7 bananas for me. Very funny, very well written, big time for Steve Carell. Watched Moana, fucking amazing film. In terms of Disney movies, absolutely brilliant, really well directed, looks amazing, songs are great. So that gets an 8.5 from me. I'm trying to re-listen to like albums that I've not listened to for years while we are currently sat in lockdown. So I listened to The Strokes' Is This It? Their debut album from back in it's got to be like 2001 or something stupid at this point. That's a fucking beautiful album, man. Absolutely great. In terms of, I was never always a huge Strokes fan, but that first album was amazing. So that gets a 7 from me as well. And now that Disney Plus is up and running, I've been rewatching some of my favourite Marvel films. So the Captain America Winter Soldier, in my opinion, the best Marvel film ever made. And it's got GSP for the UFC lovers. He's a bad guy in it. GSP tangos with Captain America. So that gets another 8.5 from me. So big scores because I'm trying to stay positive even though I'm locked in my fucking house. So das. I don't think anything else. I think next week there's going to be a shit ton of stuff on my list. So that's me. What were you saying, Andy, Mac?
Not much, boys. New Call of Duty Warzone, that Battle Royale. I downloaded that on Sunday. I basically played it for 2 days straight. So that's been the last 2 days where we've been getting the hands underneath that, if you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? I have been listening to more Alchemist. So Alchemist had a group with a rapper called Oh No called Gangrene. So I've been listening to some of their records this week. Again, I've been on a massive Alchemist trip all year, so it's just one of those ones where I just keep delving into more and more albums and EPs and even beat tapes and that I've never bothered to listen to. What else have we been listening to this week? I've not watched anything. There's a surprise. But I've been listening to a lot of Lunar Sea. He's a rapper from Bradford. He was really big on the Don't Flop scene, the battle rap scene here in the UK. And other than that, it's just been studio time. I ran a marathon in here, which is funny because when you were talking about TikToks earlier, Rana was trying to get me to TikTok the whole time that she was here, and I was like, "No, listen, mate, I'm not having it."
She's TikTok daft, man.
She's got some good ones, yeah.
I was like, "Nah, I'm not fucking doing it. Like, just leave me alone." And then I've got Jukes. He's meant to be in for the session, but he's meant to be coming around like this photographer guy and that. So that's kind of up in the air because that's more than 3 people. That's like a social gathering, isn't it?
Yeah.
So really, it's just been studio sessions and doing some remixes. Those Lunar Sea ones that I did from his One Punch freestyle videos he's been putting up during the lockdown. And other than that, that's been pretty much me. A lot of Call of Duty this week, man. A lot of Call of Duty. Back on it.
I think I'm going to actually get that hooked up, so I'll maybe give you a shout soon, Andy, because I could do with some shit.
Bro, it's tough. It's fucking tough. But if you played a bit of COD in the past and that, then that obviously stands you in good stead. If you come to it as a noob, like a total newbie, never played a COD, I can understand that it's going to be quite difficult, maybe not so appealing. Let me give that a score, because I've not scored anything. I'm going to give that an 8. And the reason why, the main game got a 2, and I looked at my time played, 1 hour and 4 minutes. It was that bad after 1 hour and 4 hours. Get that the fuck. Whereas the Warzone one, I've already clocked up like 16 hours in fucking 2 days. That's like 2 days at a full-time job playing Call of Duty. What a fucking loser, man. But do you know what? I'm really enjoying it. I'm going to give it a 7.5. 7.5 is my final score.
Soon.
Wait, I got one more thing that I totally forgot about and I wanted to ask Andy about. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
Okay. So also, I can't believe I forgot this, but Jay-Z and Jay Electronica, Jay-Z and Jay Electronica released an album last week, right after, it was last Friday after our last podcast called A Written Testimony. So I thought the album was really good. There isn't, Jay-Z totally just kills him on this album. I don't know why you would want to have someone that good on your album because he makes you look bad. Mm-hmm. So I'll give this a 7.5. It's really, really good. But kind of the thing that was on Twitter, kind of sparked off by the Joe Budden podcast, was this is Jay Electronica's first real album, and he had somebody else start that album. So the first person you heard after the intro was Jay-Z. Mm-hmm. So Andy, is that, in your opinion, is that a poor way to start your debut album, having somebody else rapping first?
Why should it be?
Why?
Why should that be a problem? I don't see it as an issue because I've never even thought of it like that. In fact, Mike, I'm glad you reminded me about that because I did listen to that this week. Didn't like it at all. Didn't like any of the beats.
Beats were weird, yeah.
Yeah, just wasn't feeling it, man. But I get where Joe Budden's coming from. I really do. But how many great albums have started off with, Nas, Illmatic starts off with, it's not somebody actually doing the vocal, but samples from Wild Style. So many albums. Dark Side of the Moon starts with, other people who were in the recording studio. Pink Floyd would sit and ask them questions, and they used the answers that they gave to piece together this montage all for the intro. So many albums have started with vocal or things that aren't the main artist in question. I understand from a rap point of view, the first rap bars that you hear, it's not an issue to me, man. It's not. I don't think it's a big deal. I think Joe Budden's the kind of guy that if he believes it's a big deal, can make it a big deal online. And everybody else starts to think it's a big deal because the Joe Budden podcast is a big podcast and a lot of people listen. And a lot of people sit there and go, oh, yeah, totally agree with that, man. Whereas other people will be like, I don't really give a fuck. You know what I mean?
I think it was more of an issue that
I don't
Jay-Z
even-
just outshined him throughout the entire album. But that's going to happen because it's Jay-Z.
Yeah, but here's the problem with the J Electronic album is that everybody waited fucking 11 years for it.
That's true.
Oh, dude, that Exhibit A, B, and C that he released. Exhibit A and Exhibit C are two of the best hip hop tracks. You're sitting there going, this guy is going to be like greatness, man. He's going to be the next thing, and nothing came for years and years and years. And when it finally did come, it had been so long that even if it was a masterpiece, it would never be considered a masterpiece because so many people are like, I should have heard that album fucking 6 years ago. It's like Detox. Yeah, but the difference with Detox is that Dr. Dre is a genius who had a back catalogue of work that is, the benchmark of a genre. J Electronica didn't have that. He had a couple of hot singles. That was the big difference. I'm going to give it a 4. Do you know why? Because I waited so long. Both bars were good. J Electronica is a dope rapper, but the album wasn't. But like all we heard from him was Exhibit A, B, and C, and as I said, two of those are two of my favorite rap tracks. Like Just Blaze on the Boards. Like you don't fuck with Just Blaze, but now I heard it and I was just like, music's changed, man. The hip hop's changed. Musical landscape has completely changed. So I understand that he would do something different, but man, I wasn't feeling it. He didn't give a fuck what I think, but
He's got a fucking album with Jay-Z now. He doesn't give a fuck what anybody thinks.
Even if it is shit, you can see he's done an album with Jay-Z, can he?
Exactly. You win either way.
But he didn't. He put it out under his own name, so anybody who looked at it at face value would think it was just a J Electronica album. It should have just been released as J Electronica and fucking Jay-Z, just like Kanye West and Jay-Z did. That's what
that was a good album.
That's probably what it should have been, man. Yeah. Anyway.
Cool. Right, well, we wrap this shit up then.
Wrap this shit up, B.
Nice. Right, well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening again, subscribing. Go back, listen to some old episodes, tell your friends. This is the perfect time to fucking binge on podcasts. There's nothing else to do. Stop masturbating, get a podcast on.
Stop eating all your reserve snacks. Got to save it for the future, just in case.
Do some fucking push-ups and listen to a podcast. This podcast in particular.
Yeah.
You can find us on Facebook, Podbean, iTunes, Monkey Sword Fight Podcast. I am on Twitter at Wagwan Patrice.
I am also on Twitter at @_mdots.
And I'm still there at Macapella.
And he's froze on my screen.
Who, me?
Just briefly.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Right. Thank you very much, everyone. Please stay safe. Stay in your house. Stay away from your loved ones if they do not live in your house. Let's not fuck about. Let's get it sorted. If you're going to listen to anyone, listen to 3 Idiots on a podcast. Don't be a dick. Stay in your house. Peace.
Put that on a t-shirt, yeah.